When do you perceive the prime operating hour of comedians to be?
Right now.
Welcome back to the Dust Off the Mic podcast. A dream you want to follow, and my advice to every comedian I've ever met is like find your voice. You have it in you.
Again, I'm not gonna like, all parents, still all parents.
Many a parents have been disappointed on this show. Don't worry about it.
Find out who you are.
You gonna see the
Cocaine?
He's
like,
I don't give a fuck.
You were just not ready for something. That's what that was.
I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted, and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time.
This dream ain't gonna follow itself. What to talk about today? A couple of things. I'm gonna start doing a couple of like entry level like 101s on pushing past your comfort zone. Little tips and tricks to kind of help people kind of get into a scenario that they want. A lot of people will stop or unfollow a dream because things get uncomfortable, things get difficult and scary. And to be honest with you, that's life. Society does not promote you pushing past your comfort zone. I'm here to help. Let me use comedian as an example because I've been doing stand-up since I was about 17, through active addiction, through all kinds of crazy felonies and all that shit. Took a hiatus for a couple years when COVID came around. And then I had to kind of get back into the game. Once a comedian, always a comedian. Once you've gone up on stage and you've made people laugh with your thoughts and words, you can officially say, I'm a comedian. But in order to be a professional, in order to be exemplary in that field, even to just get started, you have to be able to push past your comfort zone. As a salesman, I'm in uncomfortable scenarios every day. Most people are only uncomfortable a few times a year, unless you have social anxiety, in which case you relate. How do we do this? How do we convince ourselves to put ourselves out there? How do we convince ourselves that our art is supposed to be out there? Your actions need to dictate your feelings, not the other way around. I don't ever really feel like going to the gym, but I just go and I feel better. And that's what I'm talking about. My actions will now dictate my feelings, because when your feelings start dictating your actions, it gets messy. So, all right, let's use comedy as an example. You've never really spoken in front of people. You've never really, outside of your friend group who thinks you're funny, you've never really told jokes in front of people. It's more like a conversation you've been having with your friends, and they laugh and they make, man, you should be a stand-up comic. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. And thank you guys. I ran with it. But yeah, start off small. Start trying little quips out in groups of people. Start with your friends, and then when the group's a little bit bigger, start it. Just say things. Don't go crazy, but say things. Start pushing past your comfort zone. Start telling people a little bit more of the truth. Start having people understand where you're coming from, because not everybody's going to do that. And then it just kind of becomes that one step. Find a scenario where you can get in front of complete strangers and just rattle it off, man. My first gig, I got almost straight crickets and no laughs. I think I was at a pizza place in Maple Shade. I don't even remember the name. But it was like one of those scenarios where like there were people eating and they're like, "Oh, I guess there's a comedy show tonight or an open mic tonight." It was not a crowd that was ready to be subjected to comedy, but I had to pop my cherry. Pop your cherry, man. Push past your comfort zone. Find out what it is that you are passionate about, what your art form is, whether it's rap, whether it's, music, whether you're in a band, whether it's actual art in itself. Put yourself out there. Just start. And you'll find out that some people feel the way you feel. Some people relate to what you say. Some people look at your art and go, "Damn, I like that." You'd be amazed. And then it may not be a lot at first. You may get crickets. You may get no laughs at first. But that's not what this is about. This is about following your dream, not other people's dream. It's about pursuing your passion, not other people's passion. Your art form should just be put out there and let the people decide if they want more. But you should never stop. You should never stop joking. You should never stop writing. You should never stop rapping or creating music. You should never stop, because it's either going to catch on or you're going to feel so much better that you didn't waste time doing things you didn't want. You're going to feel so much better that you put yourself out there and you made yourself uncomfortable. And the more uncomfortable you become, the more used to uncomfortable situations you become, and the more of an animal you become. Over a decade in sales, man, there's not really a scenario I can come across that I'm afraid of. I don't care if you got bad credit. I don't care if you're $20,000 flipped in your Suburban. I don't care if you hate me. There's nothing you can do that's going to stop me from trying to accomplish my mission. That being said, I'd like some of you to push past your comfort zone. I'm actually on a mission right now. I'm actually trying to get Dust Off the Mic its very own intro music. I got my boy Simply Savage making a beat for me. You might have seen his beats every now and again on my videos as background. What I want to do is, if rappers, musicians, if you guys could just like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is, whatever platform you're watching this on, follow me. Let's make something. Let's push past our comfort zones and let's make something that the people may not even know they need. Because this is not going to stop. And I don't want you to stop. And I want to help. All I want to do is help. You're obviously better than me. All I got is the ability to push way past my comfort zone to a point of almost complete disregard. Don't you need a friend like that? Don't you need a guy who's not afraid to say, this is the shit? Okay. I don't care what you say. This is the shit. This is my feeling on it. The world doesn't have passion like that anymore, at least not in abundance. You need a friend like that. What kind of friend are you? What kind of friend are you? Are you the kind of friend that somebody can come up to you with a real problem and you can just listen and not have to go all guru on them? And this is what you need to do. This is what I recommend. Doesn't have to be that. Are you the kind of friend that shows up? Are you the kind of friend that will go to the ends of the earth to support? What kind of friend are you? I know what kind of friend I am. I'm the kind of friend that if you need me, I'm there. I'm the kind of friend that will support you regardless of what the consensus is. If I like it, I like it. I could give a shit what other people like. And I mean that wholeheartedly. A lot of people say that. I really could give a shit what other people like. I'm the kind of friend that you can tell some good news to, or just life-changing news. You ever had some crazy shit go down and then somebody just wants to make it all about them? They want to just try and tell you, this is what I do. This is how I am. This is what needs to be done in order for your life to be great. My friends don't do that. My friends share their experience. My friends show up. My friends support. You know, I keep my circle real small, real small. And when I say circle, I mean the people who are invaluable to me and that I entrust everything to. And anybody who knows me in a serious enough capacity knows I've changed a lot over the past 15 years. I'm 32. I'll be 33 in a couple of weeks, few weeks. I've changed infinitely, infinitely. You're a different person now. You're a grown up now. So why? Why do we subject ourselves to things we don't want? Why do we do that? Why do we subject ourselves to people we don't want? Why do we not put our foot down? Because we're afraid? Because we might get a little uncomfortable? I mean, you look at it this way. When you look at something being built, like a building or house, it's not very fucking comfortable to live in at first. You know, it's not. It's like a concrete slab and a frame and some drywall, and there's no comforts in it whatsoever. But you look at it and go, this is not a house yet. It's not a house yet. Why am I trying to sleep in it? Push past your comfort zone. Think beyond it. And eventually that house will be built and it'll have a room that you jerk off in constantly. Stand up comics. Hit me up, man. If you guys are dabbling, if you have, some networking issues. We're living in an awesome age where you don't need to be in New Jersey to hang out. You don't need to be in the tri-state area in order to tell me a joke, in order for me to critique, in order for you to critique my shit. Let's get together, man. Let's figure out what kind of friends we need. Now, I'm not here to uproot your lives. I'm not here to tell you fuck your bills and your family and dip out and go, move to fucking California to pursue your acting career. If you do that, you're a fucking badass. My cousin did that. He's a badass. But I am saying, if you have the means to take care of your own, do it. And then every bit of excess should go into doing what you want. If you don't have the means to do what you want, you need to reevaluate your life. Because life shouldn't be struggling for everything you need. Life should be, I have what I need. It's time to follow what I want. It's so much more simpler than society makes it, man. So much more simpler. The world is filled with paper tigers. The world is filled with Karens. The world is filled with entitled douchebags. The world is filled with a bunch of people who think their opinion and feelings are more important than your needs and wants. And I disagree. And I love people from all walks of life. I don't give a shit what color you are. I don't give a shit what religion you preach or practice. I don't give a shit who you're attracted to or what gender you think you are. I care about what you do in this world. And I care about what you do to people. If what you do is spreading love and peace and joy, I got you. I got your back. I may not understand you at first, but hell, somebody who's living a peaceful and joyful life shouldn't have any problem having a little bit of patience and explaining. That's it, man. So much more simpler than that. I have no problem with people different than me. What I do have a problem with is people that want to shake my world up. People that want to take things from me. People that want to make me feel less than. I care about what you do. I care about what you do and the energy you put out into this world because it does come back. And people radiate their energy, man. If you have nothing but negative shit all the time, always to say, the fuck? What kind of positivity are you spreading, man? Lady, don't care. I think it's time that we as human beings take accountability for our own shit. Who am I as a 32-year-old human of this earth? Who am I to walk into another person's physical real estate and tell them, you need to change? You need to do this because this is how I feel. He can't control my feelings. They can't control my feelings. Why should I try and control their physical world if I can't even control my own mental world? Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? How dare you come up to somebody just trying to live their fucking life? How dare you come up to someone who's probably got a mortgage and who's got kids and think your world is more important than theirs in their eyes? What kind of delusion is that? Whatever happened to mind your fucking business? Whatever happened to handle your own shit? Keep your side of the street clean. Why do I got to do a dance because you can't fucking maintain your feelings? I ain't doing no fucking dance. All you need to know about me is if you treat me right and my people right, I don't give a fuck what your mission is. I'm there for you. That's the kind of friend I am. But the moment your mission starts shitting on mine or my life, or you start making me feel like a less intelligent person or a less informed person because I'm not savvy to your imagination, you can eat a dick. Man, I have never let a difference stop me from getting to know somebody. I've never let somebody's difference from me stop me from enjoying who they are. Matter of fact, if you know me well enough, you know the more different from me you are, the more curious I am. And it's just curiosity. If I ask an out-of-pocket question, it's just because I don't know or I'm fucking with you. And that's another thing. If I fuck with you and I make fun of you, it means I care enough to think into the topic. All you comedians out there who are afraid to say what's on your mind because you're afraid you might get canceled, motherfucker, I'm not even famous yet. Cancel my ass. Why are you afraid? What are you afraid of? That somebody's not going to like your thoughts? I hate to tell you, man, we're in a society where everybody's thoughts are in your fucking face. Get your thought out there if you want, man. Just know every action usually has a reaction. And your job is to portray your art in a way that is pure and in a way that when you get a negative response, you stay true to the art. I'm not going to not tell jokes about black people because it might offend somebody. I love black people. I have trans friends and I will make fun of them for it. Fuck that, dude. If you're a friend of mine, prepare to get your balls broken. No pun intended. Balls, removed balls. Seriously, we should start celebrating our differences. We should start empowering our differences, not fucking making people feel like they're a vice. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but every black dude that I'm cool with doesn't need a white guy to tell other people how to treat him. That dude knows how to fucking talk for himself. 9 times out of 10, that black dude will tell you all about yourself on his behalf. He don't need you to speak for him. He's a human being. He could do that. Fuck, man. If I get one more crazy white lady that tells me she doesn't like my black jokes, I'm going to fucking flip out. All of my jokes come from love. All of my feelings come from love, and all of my art comes from my own experience and my own love built through my life. It's my life. You either follow it, don't follow it. I don't give a shit, dude. Because the kind of friend I am is the kind that will have your back regardless of how different you are. And you'll know about me through my humor. You'll know more about me through the ball busting. And if you think for 1 second I'm the kind of guy who can't take it, you're crazy. You're crazy. There's so much to make fun of. There's so many quips and little things that's so different about us. The moment we stop talking about our differences in a humorous way is the moment we stop learning about one another. The moment we stop making fun of each other is the moment we stop admiring the differences. No two people are the same. What if they're gay identical twins? Then congratulations, you proved me wrong once. Stop finding reasons to hate. Start finding reasons to love. All right. Make fun of your friends for being different. It will make them stronger. You can't hurt my feelings. I have had my feelings obliterated by professionals. Believe me in my soul when I tell you that. You can't hurt my feelings. And if you're so easily insulted, maybe you should stop going the fuck outside. So, yes, I joke about a lot of things. I joke about every ounce of my life that has made an impact. And there's a lot of different people involved that made an impact. And I promise you this, they're all vastly different from me. It's really up to you whether or not you can handle me talking about it. And at the end of the day, if you don't like it, that's what's cool about the internet. There's so much other shit for you to watch. Don't watch my shit then. If you're not ready for people to get made fun of for their differences, if you're not ready for me to make fun of myself for shit that you probably relate to, if you're not ready to hear some stories that'll make you cringe a little bit and go, oh, you shouldn't be talking about that. My child might see this. My child might be watching while I fucking watch my phone. Your kids are not your fucking problems. All right? Your kids are not an extra dumping zone for your emotions. Stop trying to make your kids like you. Okay? There's one of you and there's one of them. They're going to be who they're going to be regardless. Your job is to keep them alive, keep them safe, keep them loved, and just keep them trying. Keep them strong. My daughters are not going to be punks. They are going to stand their ground. They're going to speak their mind, and they are going to tell you all about yourself if they don't like you. And if they do like you, they'll probably still tell you all about yourself, but they'll do it from a place of love. And they're going to form their own personalities, and they're going to become these beautiful things that I have no control over. They're going to become amazing, regardless of who I am, what I've done, what I do. They are difficult. Kids are so fucking difficult. And then you get those parents that go, no, kids are easy. I got this shit on lock. You know, your kid might be easy. Mine is like a crystal meth gremlin. And then my 11-year-old is going on 42. This bitch thinks she's got a 401k and a nail appointment. Oh my God. Our attention spans are destroying us. Pay attention. Learn things. Watch things. Complete a fucking video. When's the last time you watched a video all the way through, liked, and subscribed? Go ahead, I'll wait. But if I could have just left you guys with anything, is that we're not that great. We're not that great as people. The world as it stands right now is not its best form. Be you and only you. Don't be a group. Don't be a narrative. Be yourself. Why not? I'm a firm believer that if everybody is themselves and nothing else, that's how we learn to deal with one another. And when you learn to deal with one another, you actually start to build. And when you actually start to build, you forward progress. And if you ain't forward progressing in life, deuces. I got no interest in people walking backwards. I got no interest in people who are so narrow-minded that they will not allow somebody different than themselves in. And I will not allow somebody who does not give the time, the effort, and the energy to understand. If you have such a narrow viewpoint and you're unwavering and nothing on the outside world can sway your thoughts and feelings, I kind of don't want to be around you. And that goes for anything. Like if you are too focused on football and all you think is football, I listen, I played football. I like football, but I got to do other shit. I like concerts, I like comedy, I like music, I like everything. I like movies, I like comic books, video games. I love all that shit. Broaden your horizons a little. You don't have to hear a narrative and go, this is how I will be for the rest of my existence. Be like water, man. Be fluid. Change. Pivot. The world is always changing. And I mean the physical fucking planet is always changing. People that say, like when people are on a remote island, I always laugh because like my thought is these people have built a society on literally like a fucking plot of land in the middle of the ocean. All it takes is one wave to go, their world's changed. And I bet you there wasn't somebody fucking bitching, taking a goddamn selfie in a parking lot when it happened. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. If you're just getting started, if you're just trying something out, send it to me. If you don't want me to post it, I won't. But I'll give you honest feedback. And if there's anything I can do to help, that is what I live for. We got to get it out. Don't you feel like you're holding in a sneeze? You just got this thing you got to say. Don't you feel like you're holding something back? Nah, man, not around me. I'll motivate you to annoyance. You ask my friends, man, if they even think, man, I had a great idea. Really? What's the idea? How can I help? What can we do? I fucking love ideas. I love new things. I love new people. I love new styles. I love new voices. I love new music. The only thing that's going to bring out the hate in me is a refusal to grow. And that can come in many forms. If you refuse to grow, if you refuse to move forward, if you refuse to lock in and better yourself and your family, why? Because you're selfish? Because you never learned selflessness? Because you never learned that helping somebody helps you immensely? That's okay. Cool thing about learning shit is eventually you can learn it. And you can practice and become better. And then you can master it. And then you can teach others. Isn't that cool?